All right, here we are with Fellowship Star Wars Pitch Black Season 2, Episode 4, The Proteus. I am Devin, playing the Framework Playbook as the Overlord, the Lord Marshal of the Necromonger Horde, and today we have with us...
I'm Stephanie, playing K411KM, an android, using the Air Playbook.
Peter as Shining Peak, the Nelvian Force Mystic, the Ogre.
Ian, playing Sicarius, a Harch, the Spider Playbook.
I'm Holden, playing Zevendray, Human Jedi Knight, using the Lantern Playbook.
Excellent. That was a perfect intro we did, guys. Oh, wait, it's August 2021. There it is, I forgot a part. Well, next time, 6 years in.
Are we on episode 3 or 4?
We're on episode 4. I said 4. I started by saying 4. I read the thing and it said 4. Is it 4? Is it 4?
I think it's maybe 3, but that's just me.
No. 3 is the Zelda dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Zelda dungeon.
No, damn it. Oh, a minute in, it's already gone tits up. Don't worry about it. The listeners have listened to episode 3, which was me and Peter talking about the Zelda dungeon.
Oh,
We are on episode 4, going into the
we
dungeon.
actually
Because
run the dungeon, okay.
all of this is chronologically sane.
Yes.
So, brief recap. Last session, you guys went to Nelvan. You talked to some people, realized there was a hate plague or a paranoia syndrome. It was making people crazy. You calmed them down with the orb, because the orb can do that. And now you're ready, because this is the exact same area from the Gennady Tartarovsky Clone Wars cartoon where the Ghost Hand incident happened. So there's a Skakoan research facility over there that you're going to go inside, find an ancient Old Republic ship underneath, and get into a bunch of fucking hijinks, as per a Zelda dungeon. So, before you guys go on in, is there a scene or a bit of interaction you want to do before you head off to the dungeon in this Nelvanian village?
Well, aren't most of the interactions likely to have somebody trying to eat us?
No.
Rage virus.
Oh, no, we calmed them down.
So
we fixed it.
There are 3 steps. There are 3 steps to the rage virus. There's just being a prick, which everyone kind of is right now. There is being paranoid and irrational and distrusting everyone, which a lot of people, including the leaders, are getting to right now. And then there is the terminal step, where if you're at step 2 and someone else's blood falls on you, you go into a murder rage. Fast zombie cannibal times.
Oh, I mean, I definitely want to interact with a bunch of guys who are acting like pricks. That sounds like a good time.
They're doing better because the orb is here. The orb seems to soothe them.
The orb.
Yeah.
And I fixed a lot of them with the orb.
Didn't you use the orb last session to exercise Mike?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
That was well done.
Yeah. They rammed the orb to his face, and he left.
Yeah, I bitch slapped him out of his body.
And we could put an orb on his stick and just start whacking people with it.
I was about to say that is too good.
I love the consistency.
The power of the orb compels you, donk.
So, with that kind of laid out, what do you guys want to do before you head down into the Skakoan research facility?
Well, ask the 2 Jedi to sort of take things over in the village and try to calm people down.
Yeah, Broodbar and Tora can do that, no problem.
Yeah, the two people with empathy powers seems like they would be good at keeping people chill. We
absolutely, it's a good plan.
Handle this problem at the source.
All right, they will stay here and try to take care of things, make sure nothing escalates and there's no further bloodshed. In a very literal way, because that seems to be a problem. Who would you like to take with you into the dungeon?
Everyone!
Everyone, there it is.
I'm taking my army into the dungeon with me.
Let's take Captain Murderous Blue Man Group.
Okay, so all of Steph's allies and the last Republican. So, anyone else want to volunteer? Like, I know Ian's taking his spiders. It's just going to happen.
They always come with me.
Yeah.
They're just there.
Pete, what about you, Pete? What does Shining Peaks want?
Well, I don't think we'll take Zigzag in because if there's something bad influencing people there, then we might have a Zilla Beast fight and.
Also, I don't think he fits.
He
might not. Yeah,
it would be a challenge. He would change the landscape of that dungeon.
It's a different way of getting through the dungeon. Put it that way.
Yeah.
a more straightforward way of getting through the dungeon.
It's a little more how Godbound does Ravenloft. It's a hot knife through butter.
You enter the water puzzle room. The exits are west and east. I go north. There is no exit north. Zigzag!
I cast fist.
Like, you enter the water dungeon. Zigzag drains the water. Ow.
That was big and swollen.
Somebody has a bag
Zigzag
of chips.
used, hide the beans.
Although as soon as the accusation goes out, you can hear panic. Okay,
I guess I'll
so
take my smaller team.
what is your smaller thing?
Brumble the Rancor, or if we need to go smaller, there's Bumbles the Wampa, or if we need to go smaller, there's Chad Satan.
Wow. I guess the Rancor is pretty small because it's a baby.
Yeah.
It's probably like only a slightly bigger than a man. I guess if you want your Rancor to be here, ho ho ho.
Might as well.
Okay, well, be sure to use them for rolls and stuff, and not just to be there to take up space. Speaking of taking up space, all of Steph's robot army.
Yes.
Which, let's see what we got here. We got one of your siblings, a bodyguard, your war horse. I assume that's like a speeder bike or like a jet or something, and not an actual
Yeah,
horse.
maybe I won't talk.
Right?
Yeah, maybe I won't bring that one.
It's a transforming dog.
The mountain lion war droid. Is Captain Horace Redlighter coming with? Is he still here?
What?
Has he been living on the ship the whole time?
Yes. Yes, he has.
Wow. Okay. You remember that British guy? Remember the British dude who was working for the Necromongers? And he was like, what was it? You've buttered my biscuit, but where's the cheese? That guy. That guy's been here the whole time.
You
I thought
know,
we drilled
what I
him
mean
into the
about-
ship.
yeah, let's leave him on the ship.
All right.
Oh,
We
God.
drilled him onto the ship.
Like, I thought he became part of the crew.
I don't know, because I feel like most of the
don't
crew are
want to know
robots
about the British
and
guys.
spiders.
Sicarius has been drilling on the ship.
So you got a furling.
There are really questions I don't ask now. Shit.
Death Head Panoply, another Mandalorian.
So maybe not the furling,
Maybe not, eh?
but definitely
One,
everyone
two.
with guns.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 7 companions.
Oh,
So an army of
those are
droids and Mandalorians is coming with you, like a squad. Perfect, just perfect. All right. The Republican is there with you guys because you guys already ordered him to come along with in the previous session through a message that no one sent on the ship. Because remember, he was getting ghost messages.
like he
Who
does.
made it up then?
All right, well, the Skakoan facility is there, and certainly nothing is stopping you, so I'm presuming you're just gonna go for it.
As you guys are like walking in, Sicarius is just gonna be like, "Don't worry, guys. I'll go through like some passages and stuff and keep an eye on you, and I won't be far behind. But I'm not gonna go directly with you." And he's just gonna like put some spiders on the wall, and some spiders are just gonna start scurrying off down the path, and he's gonna go like around a different route so that I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
with the group.
Let's try splitting up. That's a neat trick.
I thought the only route down was down an elevator.
So
Yes,
you guys
but
have...
I deliberately can't be in the scene for certain powers to work.
So Ian just scurries up through the top hatch of the elevator as we come down to the bottom. It's
ultimate playthrough for loner characters.
Yeah, I just do that xenomorph thing where I just I'm in the vents and I'm like, see you guys later. Close this vent behind me.
This keeps happening in the games I'm in. We keep having party members just scurry off into a fucking vent.
Right?
Oh, good thing all the vents are Powen-sized.
Yeah. All the vents are Powen sized. Very good, Peter. Excellent reference.
No one makes small vents. Small vents aren't real, okay?
It's a conspiracy like 5G.
Yeah.
Strangely, all the vents on this ship are precisely heart-sized.
Yeah,
They're sized for a proton torpedo.
A 2 millimeter exhaust, 2 millimeter wide vents.
Why do these
think
vents
it's
fit a
2 meter.
Rancor?
Why are these vents fit a Zillow beast? It's fucking weird.
There's so much air.
Like
that
just
pumps
in these
through them.
ordinary-sized rooms, but then we poke our head into the vent, and it's like a fucking subway tunnel.
Do you think the CIS is losing because they don't know how to build their bases? Do you think the droids are building the bases? All right, well, this room is 10 by 10 with a 50-foot wide vent running through it. Sounds good to me.
Roger, roger.
Hey, I don't care. I
all
was
the
built
vents
by
have
the
double
lowest
doors.
bidder.
I mean, have you seen the Star Wars architecture? They have random no railings and drop-offs and cliffs. I would not doubt that they have 50-foot vents and
I would
10-foot rooms.
describe Star Wars architecture as matte painting core.
It is an OSHA nightmare.
I did love how Obi-Wan is just going there to deactivate the shield generator in the Death Star, and there's no fucking safety railings. Not even
barely.
ankle high.
The platform he's on is half the size of his feet. He has to tiptoe around or fall to his death forever, presumably.
Could you imagine being the mechanic working on that?
I can tell you that's not a union fucking... I can tell you that the Death Star engineers do not have a union. I don't need to look at the lore books to know that. Just imagine, you're some officer, reading, your data slate, someone sent you a report, and you step on one of those little fucking mouse droids. 6 stories straight down.
Yep.
So the first thing the Empire did is outlaw unions. So anyway, Skakoan facility.
Yes. Now, even though I planned this based entirely off of and have recommended you guys watch the Gennady Tartarovsky episode that we are currently referencing, I haven't gotten around to doing that because my internet's been out for a little while. So I don't remember how any of this looks or works or what it's like, so be prepared for us to go off canon, listeners. Anyway, this giant machine facility...
we've never done that before.
This giant facility scars the landscape. It has industrial tubes and piping. It looks like a chemical factory. If you go to Sarnia, Ontario, there's these things that do nothing but pump chlorine gas and cancer into the air. It looks like one of those fuckers. Those Cloud City air purifier type setups with oil rigs burning off gas and stuff. All of it shut down, damaged, and destroyed. Clearly from the events of the episode. Yeah, Pete, that shit. And yeah, you guys approach. I'm assuming on a speeder. You're not going to walk there. It's a fair ways away from the actual settlement. And there's entryways everywhere. It's you have to, scamper to get in or hide to get in. It's been opened up by war and conflict and, time passing. So getting into the facility is not that hard. It's ramshackle. There's busted open tanks everywhere. There's large overseer platforms to look down on experimentation. There's reactor cores and machine shop rooms. This whole place was a facility that's been A, stripped totally bare. After B, it was totally destroyed. In C, some sort of rebellion that took place, that the scars of it are everywhere. dead droids, smashed up Skakoan pressure suits, scarring on the walls, lightsaber marks everywhere. Oh shit, Seven, you know about this shit. We brought this up last session. You're the only person who knows what happened here from the Republic perspective.
I sure do.
So the story you got, because it's a story that people tell around the water cooler holocron, quote unquote, is that Master Obi-Wan Kenobi and his Padawan Anakin got sent to some fucking planet to investigate some fucking CIS thing, and they were kidnapping the males and turning them into mutant cyborg zombie soldiers. And Anakin went through a crazy fucking ritual about a ghost hand and a demon that eats itself and visions and stuff to become their king. Went into the facility single-handedly, saved them all, and made them rebel against the Skakoans and just destroyed the whole thing. Then him and Obi-Wan took a ship back to the Republic and filed the report, and did not even notice they went straight on through the Strait of Messina and did not interact with the two Jedi that had been behind enemy lines for 10 years. So, yeah. You know about this. Oh shit, this is that. This is the thing people were talking about on some planet out in the Outer Rim. It happened here. What a coincidence. The Force is a mysterious creature. I love the little detail when the Skakoan pops that his little lenses go out of his goggles.
Peaceful Jedi solutions.
Right?
Apply
so
finance.
As you were saying, this place is easy to get lost in, and you are able to find a service elevator to the lower levels. And it'll bring you there. Because it's already been hacked and opened up and destroyed. There's not really anything that's going to stop you. So you take an elevator down to the lower levels, the research basements. The layout of this place says that the research basement is the lowest part of the facility, which you know to be a lie based on just geological readings from your ship, that there's an entire cavern system underneath the facility. So coming down to this broken, destroyed lab, the three of you? It's 3 players because Ian's, in limbo now, right?
Yes.
All right. Coming out of the lower levels facility, it's a lot less destroyed and ravaged, and there's clear signs that different types of research have been going on here. It looks like this basement was dug out after the facility was built. And if you remember correctly from the last session, I mentioned that this whole place is made of limestone. So it's these big, hard cuts in the stonework and whatnot. Which is funny because Holden brought up limestone in Miami. That's what the state's built on as a foundational thing. And apparently it's really super hard, which answers last session's question if limestone is hard. But there's these big, giant, vicious cuts in the foundation of the planet that have geometric shapes in them for support structures to be put into, and stairways and observation platforms and facilities. This whole place has been tunneled out with what looks like lasers. High energy weaponry to just make their way down. You'll start to pick up very quickly that this basement facility is built to research a ship they built the facility on top of. There's a ship underneath you. And you're seeing signs of it everywhere in the readouts, maps, screens, the equipment here for interfacing with old technology. There are telltale signs strewn across this entire facility that they were trying to get into the ship beneath them and do stuff to it, including hooking up some of their tech to it to communicate with its computer systems. So you are in quote unquote room 1, the CIS facility. How do you want to proceed before we get into the challenges that are here?
Cautiously?
Fair.
Right. I will start tapping into the CIS systems to see what they learned about the ship below us.
Sure thing. I can give you some straightforward answers. If you want to dig into things deeper, that seems like that would be either look closely, or if you can justify it with talking to the computer like it's a person, maybe speak softly. It's really up to you.
Let me roll some dice.
Roll some dice.
What? Let's see. Look closely is sense?
Yes. Or speak softly is wisdom.
Okay. Well, they're about the same. So 11.
Which one would you like to do? They're different moves.
Oh, okay. Speak softly.
All right. You can have a quiet chat with the computer mainframe, and you can ask 3 questions from the list.
All right. Number 1, what is the layout of the ship below?
They can give you a layout. Oh, sorry. Okay. Continue. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Are there any dangers we need to know about?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything secret hidden in the computer concerning the ship below us? And also the rage virus.
Okay, so there you can have a layout of the ship. Easy peasy. You got it. It's labeled and everything, so I can give you that information when it comes up. I'm not going to preload it because that's madness. The dungeon has a bit of a route. What was your second question? What's dangerous?
Yeah, what's dangerous?
Oh my god, so much. This level of the facility was designed to be a biological weapons research platform. So they were pulling stuff out of the ship to help enhance that because they figured there was stuff on the ship that could be used for that. They also ran afoul of the ship's security system and were able to turn it off, so they had to abandon it. Pretty soon after they tripped it by accident. There seems to be a lot of like biological hazards in there. There's a radiation leak in its hyperdrive that's flooding the engine compartment. And there's, unofficially strewn through some of the notes, a little bit of indication that sometimes the dead walk down there. Sometimes.
Oh boy. Right.
It comes up. As for the rage virus, that is not something they were working on. They were working on viruses. They had viral samples and were doing stuff down here, but it wasn't to do a rage thing. They were just trying to... You know what? It's easy. It's simple enough to know. They were trying to replicate the Blue Shadow virus again.
What is the Blue Shadow virus?
About 10,000 years ago, it nearly wiped out all life in the galaxy. And then it didn't, because I think people became immune to it. And recently-ish, maybe a couple years back, they tried to develop a better strain of it on Naboo secretly. And Senator Amidala got mixed up in it, and the Jedi sort of know about it because she got infected with it, and so did the Jedi Padawan. Actually, a bunch of clones did too, Holden, so you kind of heard about this when the CIS tried to, virus bomb planets. It was a big kerfuffle. And then they stopped and were able to create an antidote, like a vaccine that just won't, it'll work. They distribute it into every planet's water supply. Easy peasy, done. No consent. They just vaccine that out.
Okay.
So it looks like they were researching that down here more. They were trying to go back to it because why give up a good idea?
But it didn't create rage and paranoia.
Nope, just killed you super fast and not super fast, but you got infected super quick, and it lingered a bunch and made you have to take care of your own troops and stuff. It was a whole thing. They got a whole plan for this. They were going to drop it on core worlds.
Ooh. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
CIS is kind of the worst of the two factions in this war, if you haven't noticed. They're the bad guys.
Yeah. Well, at least the outwardly bad guys.
They were doing this shit all over the place.
Right.
Was there any other question I missed answering?
Those were the main ones, and I think I only got 3.
Rage virus.
Nothing about it. The computer doesn't have anything with a rage virus. That was not a problem they were dealing with.
Okay.
That would seem to be new.
Interesting. Okay.
So the entryway to the ship that they've built up as you go through this facility goes into a research room that will lead into the dock, and it's a fairly large room. When you open it to go in, full of vines, live, big, thick plant vines covered in weird red veins and stuff that are just groping through the floor and the ceiling and ducts, trying to grab things and pull them. So, that's a problem. The other thing that you would recognize about this room is it leads to the ship, and also all the vines are coming out of a room that's blocked off by overgrowth. It's just flooded with plant foliage and destruction, and it just is not accessible. It's one of the locked doors that will become accessible after you get the key to the dungeon.
Okay.
So the challenge of this room I'm going to throw at you guys is get through the killer vines that are going to try and choke and strangle and rip you apart.
It seems like a job for a lightsaber.
Yeah, a lightsaber and or flamethrower would come in handy here.
Oh yeah, you got Mandalorians, they have flamethrowers. Right.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I could just stay away.
What was that, Pete?
So I should stay away because I'm vulnerable to fire.
Oh my god, right.
Swamp ogre.
You don't want to be caught on fire.
Oh, right. She's afraid of fire.
Yeah, Pete's character is weak to fire. It cuts off their regen, dog.
Oh, okay. Well, you should probably take a step back then.
Yeah, yes, go for it.
Yep, I'll lead the way with the swish vines.
All right, I'm gonna have Holden and Steph. Since you guys are coordinating, I want one of you to make an overcome with hope.
Overcome with hope. What are we rolling?
Blood.
Yes.
Then I'll let Holden do it because he probably has a higher blood than I do.
Oh yeah, +3.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Light.
Bloody good fun.
Well, that's a 15.
Fuck me. Okay, so you overcome this trivial challenge, pretty trivially, and apply violence to the solution. You hack and burn and slash your way to the main door, the one that'll lead down to the ship. And it looks like some of the tech they've integrated from the ship into these comms has lit up the communication panel, actually. Someone's trying to chat to you.
I'll hit the communications panel. Hello?
Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
Hello? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Is... help?
Where are you where are you?
I'm on an old ship full of zombies. I've holed myself up in one of the security lockdown rooms.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a blueprint of the ship here. Do you have any idea what you might be close to?
No, not really. I had to kind of play with some of the systems and set some lockdowns up to keep the monsters out that are here, that are real. I'm kind of flying blind. This room had food in it, so I've been just sort of surviving.
Okay. Well, we're making our way through the ship, and we'll try to find you.
Yeah, that'd be great. You're not with the Separatists, are you? Because I'm totally a Separatist, if so.
We'll deal with that when we come to it. First, we gotta get through the zombies.
Oh, okay. Your voice just sounds very Skakoan, so I just wanted to be sure. For reference, Skakoans live in pressure suits and have robot voices.
Ah, okay. Well, just sit tight for now, but we'll stay in contact so we can find our way to you, all right?
Yeah, okay. I can see you progressing through when you trip some of the sensors here. So that's not too bad. I can kind of pick up that you're moving into rooms. I'll try to patch you in other rooms.
Oh, that would be great. And if you can see anything else on the sensors, let us know if something's is coming our way.
Yeah, sure thing. If you can get me out of here, that'd be great. But you're not separatists, right?
No.
That silence is killing me. That silence is ending my life. Should I take the cyanide capsule?
Please
I have
don't.
a cyanide capsule.
No, it's all right. It's all right. We'll get you out of there from the zombies.
Okay.
We're anti-zombie.
All right, perfect. Excellent. Good to know. It's not a cyanide capsule. It'd be a dioxin capsule, because dioxin's the cyanide gas equivalent in Star Wars. It's what they used to try and kill Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon in Episode 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Mm.
All right, you've talked to the voice on the radio. Awesome. Second room. Yeah, dioxin. There it is. Okay, room 2. So, you make your way into the docking bay of the ship, of the Old Republic ship, the Proteus. So, this dock that they built to get into the ship's dock is cut from the limestone and has metal and like technology built onto it to turn into a kind of pseudo airlock. You open that up and you're able to drop down into the Proteus's docking bay. And I say drop down because it's built on the ceiling entrance to the docking bay on an angle. Like, this was the only way they can kind of get to it because it's in its own kind of natural cave after so many millennia being crashed. So it's sort of one way, unless you are going to be climbing your way back up with like webbing or cables, you know, that kind of stuff.
Force jumps.
That too.
I mean,
so yeah.
I mean, I always have infinite rope, so
Perfect. So you drop down into the docking bay, and immediately, the turrets on the ceiling and the wall. This room is like twisted, by the way, like it's on an angle, so like a bunch of toxic waste has submerged half the room where another locked door is. But there's an entrance that isn't locked, you can get through. Anyway, immediately all the turrets flick onto life and start tracking you guys to open fire. Things start moving in the water as soon as you touch the ground.
Well, I believe that I should go into deflector mode with my lightsaber then.
Okay. And anyone else?
I will grab a panel on the wall, rip it open, and start trying to break into the circuits to disable the turrets.
Okay. While you're doing that, that voice on the intercom is going to ask if it wants you to like they can try and help and shut down the turrets.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, okay. So they just need you. Do you have any moves for hacking? I keep forgetting what we're supposed to be looking for in this game. Because it's not look closely or speak softly. Yeah, I guess. All right, Steph, why don't you finish the control panel with...
Sense, wisdom,
With sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's disabling the turrets, yeah.
Yeah, Holden, you're going into block mode. So, Pete, you were saying that I should be throwing overcomes at like the group, and then one person should be overcoming them instead of individual ones, right?
I think so, because like I was gonna say like you throw a cut. Yeah. 4 repeater turrets are going to open fire on everyone in here before the monsters come out of the water to murder you. What's up?
Okay.
Yeah, you should probably crowd behind me.
I rolled a 12 on finish it with sense.
Nice.
Okay. Excellent. So the first volley is, going to be fired. Let's see how Holden handles that.
Yes, let's see.
Oh, wait. Hang
Actually,
on.
I dismissed my dice rather than rolling them.
Oh, thank God I don't have to have a dice roller open.
Oh, by the way, you're rolling with hope.
Ah.
Oh, so that's roll twice, keep the better?
Yes. Roll 3.
No.
Roll 3, keep the 2 good.
Oh,
sorry.
Right. Yes. Okay.
I immediately said yes. My bad. I just wanted to agree.
That's an 11.
I just want to be part of the group.
What'd you get, Holden?
That's an 11.
Okay. Easy peasy. So you deflect the blaster bolts faster than possible while 401KM starts trying to disable the turrets. Your friend on the intercom is helping you move through systems. While you're doing that, you were able to unlock a few systems that seem to be in lockdown, and the turrets momentarily disable. But there's a timer going down. It looks like there's a main security system that's like tying this all together, and it's regenerative and it's smart. So the turrets will shut down, but they're going to come back on. I think that because you finished them, though, they're only going to come back on if you have to come back to this room.
Okay. Well,
I think that's a fair trade-off.
Can I ask one of my guys to shoot the turrets out so they don't come back on?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I could always apply violence to them and shoot them out.
Okay.
But let's talk about the swamp monsters first.
Okay.
So, as you guys definitely take care of the turrets, a big, giant, rotting, mutated Trandoshan called Killer Croc bursts out of the sewer water bigger than life to harass y'all. Smaller zombies are coming out of the water too. Yeah.
Okay, well I can't do anything about Killer Croc, but I can do something about the smaller zombies.
Yeah, sure, they're just zombies.
Is he still a threat to the world?
Nope, he's not a general anymore. He's just a zombie dragon.
Oh, he's not a general anymore.
Oh, he got demoted.
That makes a difference, Devin.
Actually, so I shouldn't have said anything because I lied to you. He is not a general. He is still a threat to the world because of bullshit. And you will understand that bullshit eventually.
Fair enough.
We've got enough levels piled up that I'll just take your word for it at this point.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's another general doing a thing, and that thing lets it do a thing. It's a whole thing.
Past a certain point, you stop asking where the bonuses are coming from.
Yeah.
Well, as Killer Croc bursts out of the water to attack you guys, and these zombies behind him, you guys all look as Sicarius bursts out of a vent above them, and just immediately shoots all the zombies using brutal cunning to strike down an enemy from ambush, instantly killing them.
Right.
And then he's just sticks back up to the wall, and he's like, "Hey guys,
all right, all the zombies are dead. Fine, it's done. Except for Killer Croc.
Killer Croc is still there,
coming right at you guys. Deal with Killer Croc.
I'm going to continue covering K114M for a moment. I'll give Shining Peak a chance to deal with this asshole.
All right, Shining Peak. It's all you.
Okay, do we have an advantage? Should I start getting rid of them, or do we need to create an advantage?
There's no advantage on Croc. Croc is also throwing a soft cut at you to murder you.
Okay, then I'll overcome it and just go clash with it, I guess.
Okay. He's a threat to the world, if that matters.
I'll pay a price by creating collateral damage.
Excellent.
The ogre I am. And I rolled a 9. So that means I have to pay a price. How about
I pay the price sheet. Oh, right.
How about I create some more collateral damage?
Perfect. Okay.
Infinite collateral damage.
Keep the collateral damage.
Yeah, 2 additions of collateral damage, I'm going to say, are going to make it harder for you guys to stick together. And I'm going to also say, you guys are all going to get doused in toxic waste if you don't get away from where you are and scatter.
Okay.
I am going to use a web to leave the scene as I crawl back into the vent like the xenomorph I am.
Bye.
Bye, Sicarius.
See if you can find that trapped fellow.
I mean, not no. Okay, thanks.
We'll strike from ambush again later.
I'm going to try and use the force to push some of the splashing. I assume they're wrestling and just splashing toxic waste everywhere.
Oh yeah, like big shockwaves of it, waves.
So I'm going to use the force to try and push that away from K114M.
Okay.
All right, overcome for them.
All right, I do have a plan here. You're going to see it in a second.
Excellent.
And roll for hope.
Excellent.
And roll with hope.
Oh yeah, because you're serving.
Alrighty. That would be 12.
Nice.
Well done.
And because I took eons ago, I took Survivor out of the as a worldly knowledge custom. When I overcome harm on a 7-up, I either heal or get away as if I rolled a 7 through 9.
Oh, nice.
So I will use that to get out of the splash zone and over to the door, avoiding any harm along the way.
All right, sick. You move on through and you overcome the harm on 41KM. And no one else is in the splash zone except Peter. All right. You're wrestling with Killer Croc. And you're going to get toxic waste on you, Pete. How do you stop that?
And he's muted.
His mic is muted, but he might be able to hear us. All right, I'm going to hit the pause button.
Sorry.
No, he's back.
No, that's fine. Can I wrestle Killer Croc into the incoming wave so he can body it? Or
Yes, that is possible. What would you like to do for that? Is it throw things? Is it the throw power?
Well, either way, it's something with blood, I guess. But yeah, I guess that will be toss aside, right?
All right.
Yeah. Okay. That's 12 plus.
Absolutely.
So I guess crash through something, take damage, and destroying it, and crash into someone if there's anyone there, I guess.
Oh, there's no one left. You killed them all. That's just not there anymore. Crash through something, taking damage, and destroying it. Perfect. That's fine. What happens to Croc? Let's go look at his stats real quick. Okay, I guess I'll turn off Necrofire, which means he's no longer melee, necrotic, and ranged. Oh, threat to the world. Pay a price. Pay a price.
Collateral damage.
All right, so that's 3 collateral damages in a row. This room is starting to collapse.
Huzzah!
So you all have to get out of here stat before you're separated and buried alive in toxic waste.
Okay.
Croc is going to... Well, you tossed him aside, so he's thrown super far away. So he's going to try and charge and grab one of you guys, but he's not going to be able to close that distance super fast. He's not a fast character. So the only thing I can think of is leaving the ball in your court. Get out of here before the whole place collapses. The ceiling is starting to come down.
Okay, let's go through the nearest exit, and if there's not one, shoot our way out.
All right, Holden, you got to the door first. It's locked.
I have a multi-pick in the form of a lightsaber.
All right, you're going to start cutting it through your way through the door, just like Qui-Gon did in Episode 1. A very fast method. All right. Jedi is cutting through the door. What are y'all up to? Cutting through the door is going to take time. Like, on its own, anyway.
I guess I'll grab one of the panels that just, falls from the ceiling and just use that to shield the Jedi and the exit and everybody else around.
Oh, I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
To
401k
overcome.
Yeah, let's do an overcome.
Making a move against Croc requires paying a price.
Yes. From the pay a price chart.
Anything involving Croc, even like getting environmental obstacles in front of him?
Acting against him.
Okay.
I think using any move against it.
Well, it sounds like Shining Peak has Croc covered, and Zevon is busy cutting through the door, so there's not much for me to do.
Yeah. The door's problem is that it's on lockdown. This whole place has a security lockdown going on, and it's making everything harder to move through it.
Wait a minute. Oh. The voice on the radio. Hey, Guy. Can you unlock door number 37F?
The cargo bay? Yeah,
yes.
Let me take a look. I think I got something for it. One moment. And he'll switch something on the speaker system, and you'll immediately start hearing the sounds of people being gunned down. And, screaming sounds. Everyone take a damage.
Oh, God. Okay.
I don't think that was it. Sorry.
Quick, someone shoot the panel. Maybe it's the one that opens the door, when you shoot it. And not the one that closes the door when you shoot it.
I mean, Zevon's halfway through at this point. But Killer Croc is going to close, and he has a piece of debris from the collapsing ceiling that he's going to huck at you guys to try and smash that door up to stop it from opening. It's like right now, Shining Peaks, you're tanking the ceiling debris, but now what do? Croc's closing in.
Well, I can always move between it and the door and therefore take the damage because I take all the damage that comes through me.
Wouldn't you also be protecting the little ones?
Yeah. I suffer the harm in this place.
All right. So you're just going to take the harm?
Yeah, I'm just going to take the harm.
All right, take a harm. Croc slams into you, and like the Hulk and Abomination in the Lego video games, you guys start punching each other.
Punch, 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 punch.
Excellent. All right. So with that, Zevin, you're able to finish cracking through the door. Like, I'm not even going to make you roll because, again, it's a time thing. You got to buzz through a big lockdown door. Huh. Mm-hmm. It's almost like this thing was made as thick as it needed to be to stop conventional lightsabers from cutting through super fucking fast. That's weird. It's an Old Republic ship. What an interesting feature. I wonder if there were a lot of lightsaber-wielding enemies back in the Old Republic. Some sort of empire.
Only Electronic Arts knows for sure.
Oh my god, right? Mass Effect, version 0. All right, you guys are able to get through room 2, the Proteus docking bay, to the engine room. So, this room is still slanted, much like the rest of the ship. That door, by the way, you're going to have to seal behind you because Croc's going to try and crawl through. I'm assuming you guys shut that door down. So it's flooded with. It's clearly the engine room. It has a lot of like large cylindrical turbines that like have their own platforms around them. There's power everywhere. There's shields. It looks a lot like that area of Naboo from Phantom Menace where they're fighting Maul at the end, but smaller scale. So it's not like a big fucking nightmare. Like it's not an entire planet inside the engine room, but it's that design where it's like dead drops, no safety rails. Force fields are powering on and off at random intervals at all times. And this place, if you have any equipment that lets you detect radiation, is flooded with radiation. Coming from a door behind 3 ray shields that has the highest concentration that's locked. So set up
that's not great.
The room. Not great at all. You guys can hear the hum and it's ominous. And there are things moving in here. Also, the turrets turn on and start shooting at you.
Again? God damn it.
Yes.
Every room has turrets. Every room will be shooting at you until you turn off the turret system in one of the rooms.
I plug into the nearest port and try to shut them down again.
And I'm going to go back into the deflector dance as she does keep shots off of her and the lot of us, frankly, as she does that.
Steph, all right. You want to get advantage from the voice on the radio?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you call them up?
Hey, Guy, can you turn off the turrets?
Guy, my god. Wait, what do you mean? We just did that.
You did in...
Different room.
Now it's in a different room, and I think it only turned them off for a short amount of time.
All right. This machine code's hard to read, but what room are you in?
It looks like the engine room.
Bunch of force fields and radiation?
That is the one.
Yeah, I could do something about that. Give me a sec, and you can have advantage on the turrets.
What does advantage mean?
It means you're allowed to finish the turrets.
Finish them.
So you can finish them with wisdom again.
Okay, well, I got an 11, so...
So, that's happening. Holden, you're, I'm assuming, what do we call it? Overcoming the turrets. And Shining Peaks, I'm about to throw some problems at you because there are problems here.
Do I continue to get advantage protecting KM?
Yes.
Or?
As long as you're protecting me, roll with
hope. It's hope. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
So what
all right, so as... Pardon?
Oh, no.
I can't... 2 people spoke at once again.
1, 2, 1. I've somehow failed.
Uh-oh. Oh no, you all take damage from gunfire from the turrets before they power down.
Ow.
Ow.
Also, as this is happening, from one of the platforms you're on, Zevin, you get separated from the group as a one-armed corpse leaps up, tackles, and puts his one arm around you to hug you, and drags you off the platform to another platform lower and nearer the radiation. Mike, who can make hard cuts that cannot be overcome, has entered the fray.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Quick, Zacharias, kill it. I don't think it's a general.
I don't think I can kill Mike. Oh, it's not?
Yeah. No, he's just...
Then... Yeah, as Mike's like dragging... As Mike's dragging Zevin down, Zacharias just like pops out of a vent on the side and drags Mike into the vent, and then comes out and is like, "Hey, how you guys doing?"
Zevin like picks himself up from the platform. You know, you're really wearing out. Where'd he go?
He's been disposed of. Don't worry.
Cool. Take a damage as he stabs you and grabs you with his bare, rotting flesh, and then pay a price for touching him. He had tough as nails. The first time he'd be destroyed, his stat gets damaged.
No.
So you're in the vent being like... So he gives you the thumbs up from the vent, and then Mike grabs him by the throat and drags him into the vent, and the vent closes behind him. Zacharias and Mike are gone.
Okay, wait. So I took a damage, and then I have to take a
pay a price.
Pay a price. Oh no. I'm going to. I will spend some relevant gear as I spend a bear trap to like lock it down to like clamp myself in place so he can't drag me too far away.
All right, you're in the vent, and he is just on you, just laughing and using that one arm to like grab your face and try to slam it against the wall over and over and over again. Like laughing, having a good time.
Having a good time.
Oh yeah, I've got Queen stuck in my head now too. Thank you.
Right. So you can hear this fight going on in the vents. It sounds horrific. Meanwhile, so you shut down the turrets, you deflected the shots and all got shot, unfortunately. That sucks. But the turrets power down. As you can see at the bottom of this area, more zombies are starting to crawl their way up, like weaker ones. They all look like Republic crew members, like old Republic-style uniforms and like jumpsuits and whatnot. Stuff you've seen in museums. So the incoming threat are more zombies. Meanwhile, you guys are still being exposed to radiation in this room. I hope I've thrown enough problems at you. Deal with zombies, deal with radiation. Zacharias is in a fight.
Well, I guess I'll go and deal with the zombies using my God of War to keep them busy, no matter how many there are.
Yeah, okay. Go for it. So you're going to be able to keep them all busy. Do you get an auto success, or is it just a roll you got to make?
Just a roll. I'm just allowed to keep groups, gangs, and armies busy, despite being a one-person thing. And I roll a 10.
Okay, so
keep them busy.
So, Shining Peaks jumps down into the fray of zombies, and I know Harry Potter's a thing, but when they introduced in the last movie the pool full of zombies, or not the last, I guess the third last movie, where they're all reaching up with their hands to grab you and stuff, and it looks like a swarm underwater and looks actually visually compelling. It's a lot like that. Just zombies.
Just keep punching. Keep just punching them and tossing them back and so on. And it's an endless treadmill.
401km and Zevin, what's your next... what are you up to?
Well, can I ask my guys to fire on the zombies to try to give Shining Peak advantage?
Yes, there are enough of them that if three separate of your companions damage a stat, it'll be enough to give Shining Peak's advantage on all of them.
Okay, well, I will have at least 3 of my guys fire on the zombies.
Okay. So a bunch of Mandalorians open fire on zombies to give Shining Peak advantage. Zevin, what are you up to? Things are happening. Things are escalating.
They sure are. They sure are. What's going on with Killer Croc?
Oh, he hasn't come to the previous room yet. He's in the previous room under the rubble. Oh yeah, eventually he's not there yet because the cave-in triggered his undying stat, but his undying stat just flicks him back to life after a while, and then he'll resurrect and keep trying to come after you guys because he's adjacent.
See, we need to shoot down that control panel that shuts another blast door down.
You have to shoot a control panel to shoot another blast door down. Yeah, that makes sense.
To shut down another blast door because Star Wars panels. One of them, when you shoot it, it opens the door. Another one closes the door.
Well, unfortunately, I cut a hole in the other door, so I'm not sure it's open or closed status matters that much at this point.
All right, so I'm going to move back to Sicarius then, because they are in, danger.
Actually, no. The vent, is it flush with the wall, or is it like one of those big ducts crossing the room?
It is flush with the ceiling. Like, it's not like just hanging there. You can't just cut it loose. It's part of the ship.
Okay, but I can hear them like bumping and slamming into each other and fighting in the damn thing.
I guess technically this would be a Jeffries tube.
All right, well, I'm going to close my eyes, let the Force guide me, and try and drive my lightsaber right up through the ceiling and hopefully into Mike and not Sicarius.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, roll. Let's see what happens. Let's see how this plays out.
Do I have advantage as he's distracted with killing Sicarius?
No, you just roll. You have advantage on both of them. You have advantage on both these characters right now.
Oh, God.
Let's go.
And we're back. Zencaster, for some reason, just decided to wrap up our last recording, so here we are on part 2 that'll be edited in seamlessly, including this part that I'll forget to cut. So, you just took a stab at someone in the
Leave it in for authenticity.
Why not, right?
Leave it in for authenticity, I say.
So what did you get in your finish them?
That was an 11, which I thank God I left up on my screen all this time.
Yeah, that'll help. So, Sicarius, you're wrestling with this monster in the vent, and before you can do anything, a lightsaber cuts through the darkness and creating molten metal and stabs him. He's super dead.
Even more dead. Extra dead.
Sicarius just crawls out of the vent and stands beside Zevin and is just like, thanks for that. Thumbs up, terrified as a lightsaber probably was right in front of his face.
Yeah. 6 thumbs up.
It's like checks on his pedipalps are still there.
Yeah.
So let's cut down to
Thank you.
So on that, we'll swing the spotlight down to the gutter of the engine room where Shining Peaks is fighting a horde of zombies being fired upon by Mandalorians. What's your next move, Pete?
Well, since I'm here, I have an advantage. I guess I'll have to murder them all. Put them to rest. Blood.
Put the zombies down.
That's 12. So yes, I put them down well. Just smashing them against the walls and...
Yeah, the process is simple. Everybody pay a price for being in the radiation too long. As you clear out the room deftly.
Okay.
I'll take damage.
You're not going to cause collateral damage, Pete?
I mean, I could, but...
All right.
Also inhale some radioactive dust.
I'll destroy some gears. It's... I think one of my healing kits is... Can I just destroy one? No, that's using... I have to get rid of the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I'm going to toss out the healing kit, as I suspect that is... Yeah.
Rendered unusable by the radiation.
Yeah. Probably injecting radioactive Bacta is not a great idea.
I'm going to take a handicap, making the situation harder for myself.
This is the Old Republic, so it would be Kolta.
It's not that old, Jesus.
Oh, right, yeah, you didn't get your medical kit from the Old Republic. I'm drunk. What was that, Ian? Sorry.
I said I was going to take a handicap, making the situation harder for myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Mike comes to life and snaps one of your arms off.
Ow. Okay.
It'll grow back. Don't be a baby.
Just like freaking out a little bit as his arm clearly got ripped off.
No. If his arm got ripped off, doesn't mean Clear Mike will possess him.
Yes, eventually.
How is that a consequence of radiation?
Suffer a set. Take a handicap, making the situation harder for yourself. I guess Mike got a jump start from the alien radiation that let him perform a vengeance act.
That is very literal.
He performed a literal handicap.
Like, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Get a handicap. Bump.
Death rattle.
Yeah. All right. So, you enter. Oh, a moment. There's one more thing we got to do. Oh, right. Yeah. All right. We'll hold that for later. Cool. So you enter the next room, not the one that's sealed off by radiation, and you end up in, oh God, you're in a stellar cartography room. It has a big giant space map and computers everywhere, crunching numbers about space and cartography and mapping. It has one of those like battleship maps in the middle with like the little glass parts going over it, tracking where things are in quadrants. A lot of grids everywhere, computer terminals, data drive slots, that kind of stuff. So when you walk in, obviously the turrets turn on. I mean, like, what are you expecting, right? And there are a bunch of zombies here smashing up the place, trying to destroy stellar cartography so you don't get to have it.
Yeah.
So, you guys, the threat here is you have to stop the zombies from destroying stellar cartography, because if you stop them, you'll get a cool reward.
Okay, I'm going to keep them busy to hopefully give somebody else the advantage to finish them.
Go for it.
Let Shining Peak handle that while I try and keep us from getting blown to bits by the turrets.
Courage.
Oh, are there turrets here too?
Always.
Everywhere. Every room you enter.
All right. I'll tell, since Sicarius is giving us advantage, I'll have my Mandalorians aim for the head.
I rolled a 7, so buy some time. Their attention's all on me for now.
Okay.
Oh, good. The zombies will start swarming you.
Yep. Yeah, he's just like, hey, over here. Look at me, you guys. Come here. Pay attention to me. Smell the blood as he's like spewing blood randomly, I'm sure.
8.
I have some irradiated Bach if you want that.
I'm good. Thanks.
What was that you said earlier, Pete?
They smell the fresh blood from the missing arm.
Ah, yes. Very good. Okay, the zombies are going to swarm you. Who got 8 on a what?
I got 8 on telling my Mandalorians to headshot the zombies.
That is not a roll you have to make. That's just you using bonds of servitude. What you do is you damage
unless
the
you have some move for that.
Oh yeah, do you have a move for that?
I thought it was. I wasn't
She's
sure
rolling
what
to
it was.
Finish them.
Yes, I'm rolling to finish them.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Then yes, by all means. What did you get on finish them?
8.
All right, so you're going to damage. I'm just going to say it's a swarm of zombies. Like it's this one big dumb stat block. I'm not going to do 5 zombies. You have to take out like a grid map. That's insane. So yeah, sure. You shoot up their ability to stay like one of their viciousness stats. They have a stat for being super goddamn vicious, and you just disable it. They have 1 stat left for being a swarm, and they're going to swarm Sicarius. The turrets, by the way, did anyone overcome that?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, what did you get on your overcome?
That's a very good question. Since I'm protecting the air, I still have hope?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Groovy. Well, that would be a 12.
Oh, nice.
That's solid.
Which
that is
means
extremely solid.
Which means I get to heal.
Oh my god. All right, so you're deflecting shots left, right, and center. The turrets are not disabled. The zombies are being shot. Shining Peaks, what are you up to?
I don't think we have any advantage on anything. So I guess I don't know, maybe go after the zombies with... how about, the Rancor? I'll use the start Claws and Death so that it will start just tearing into them, and I'll finish them up with blood as well as I, smash them and toss them into the Rancor, I guess, to, just eat it.
Excellent. All right, go for it.
That's a 10+.
All right, zombies are gone. You cleared out the zombies. The turrets are still going to be firing on you this entire time. Like, they're just going to keep shooting constantly.
Okay.
Pew, 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 pew.
So, Zevin's there deflecting, but...
All right, I'll try to hack them again.
Do you want assistance from your friend on the comms?
Yeah.
Remember how that went last time?
It worked pretty well last time.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't
we get
succeed?
Damage or something like that from that?
No, you got damage because... Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna call up your friend, Steph?
Hello, trapped person. Could you give us assistance as well? Hello.
Yeah, where are you?
We are in the stellar cartography room.
Huh, that's right by the Deadlight Chamber. Yeah, okay, I know where you are. One moment. What do you need? Wait, I'm sorry, why did you call? What did you need?
Could you please help us with the turrets?
The turrets? Yeah, I got that. Don't worry about it. You can get advantage. Hey, Holden, you're deflecting blaster bolts, right?
That's me.
So the big hollow map in the middle of this room that I'm sure you're all picturing, like any Star Wars map room, shuts off and then turns back on. It starts with a picture of a red dot that starts blinking slowly and then faster and faster. And then as the dot keeps blinking, it starts vibrating. As it vibrates, it starts tracing and starts making shapes. They're extremely hypnotic geometric patterns that if you stare at them too long, specifically Zevin, they're the type of mandalas the Jedi Temple used to sort of like get people into an altered mind state for force training. And this one's running pretty rapidly and pretty aggressively. Also, Steph, you had advantage to finish the turrets. Your friend gives you advantage.
Oh, okay. 12.
Oh, wow, yeah, they're off. Boop, turrets turn off.
Okay.
Just probably good, because Devin's sort of spacing out, watching the Mandala script run.
Yeah, it's talking about the natural state of the Force and the balance of life and death and the dark and the light, and how if you're a better Jedi, you can stop people from dying and bring them back from the brink, and that's totally something the Jedi Temple's all about. And it's starting to give you instructions and techniques that you can start practicing to start to slowly reverse the effects of mortality.
I don't know, that doesn't seem like the kind of tale a Jedi would tell me.
It's talking all about how you have to have passion and like you have to have courage and you have to have strength and resolve to push back the mortal coil.
Yeah, it's funny how this ship had anti-lightsaber blast doors, isn't it? Oh, shit.
Anyway, do you want to learn some force tricks?
Some force tricks, yeah.
Cool. Everyone take a damage.
No.
Holden, put on your gear list, Force Technique X, 1 use. Let me know when you want to try using it. It's.
I was genuinely being sarcastic. No, he's going to put his lightsaber through the projector.
You got to be careful with sarcasm. I'm wicked autistic, man. I can't read that. I cannot read sarcasm. Don't do it. Okay, all right, so you don't get a cool free power and no one gets damage. Fine. But you do stab your lightsaber through the thing and destroy it. Perfect. But everyone did still take damage.
This wasn't a Republic vessel.
Wait, everyone did or didn't take damage?
Oh, everyone did still take damage. You all saw it. Not Holden, though. He rejected it.
Quick question. Is a new room a new scene?
Nope.
Okay.
Or wait, stop. Fine. What do you need it to be?
Well, if it's a new scene, every scene I get a free web. So Just, I mean, it's okay either way.
We'll say each room is a scene in the movie.
Okay, then if I get a free web, I'm going to leave the scene before I take a damage. Just
all right,
goodbye.
You leave the scene before the ancient Jedi lore pops on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back into the vents where I belong.
Okay, so the map powers off. You did all take damage except Holden. Keep that in mind. That happened. And, the turrets power down. The threats have been resolved. You got the map room to yourself. Stellar cartography.
Beginning to think this may not be a Republic vessel that we found.
A dark thought. What? I mean, it looks Republic style. It has all the accoutrements and all the designs of it and stuff. But what if?
What do you think it might be, Zevin?
Something, frankly, best not spoken of. Why? The dead were attacking these terminals, these consoles. I haven't ever seen them particularly pay attention to anything that wasn't alive before. Have you?
No, I have not. What? You're right. What would they be destroying?
Something they don't want us to find, perhaps.
Then we should investigate. I'm going to plug into the one of the terminals and start sifting through the data.
Sure thing. Stellar cartography has... this is the Proteus. You're on the Proteus. The Proteus was one of the ships that was part of the Ghost Hands fleet when they went to retrieve that ship out in the void of space between galaxies. You know, the Zepho ship. That caused all this fucking problem. The ship the Ghost Hand was the ship you found... Or the Zepho ship you found partially crashed on Hoth, full of treasures and riches. Or that might have been the Ghost Hand. I don't remember anymore. It's been months. But this is part of that ship. It was in its basically, like, you know how bigger ships can hold smaller ships? This was one of those courier research vessels that they had tailing along with it, doing research and development and like exploring the artifacts while everyone was starting to go into cryosleep. So the crew here would phase in and out of cryosleep to keep doing research as experiments were running and timers were ticking down, basically. Stellar cartography maps out all the systems they went through on their way, before they started to power up the Zepho ship's weird hyperdrive. Before they even got to that point, they were actually using what knowledge they had of the Zepho before they even got here to use a prototype warp hyperdrive system that they had built and were adapting with Zepho tech. So the Proteus has experimental hyperdrive on board. Probably locked behind that door in the previous room full of hard radiation.
All right.
The stellar cartography's been running ever since it crashed in the Strait of Messina along with the rest of the fleet back in the day, and it's actually mapped the entire strait. A lot of the data is missing now because the ghouls did a bunch of damage, but there is some triple backed up, physically present data here in this room that needs command crew authorization to unlock. And that seems to still be secure because it was so important they backed it up physically.
Wait a minute. We have an old Republic crew. Is the Republican around?
Yeah, he's standing right over your shoulder, dripping onto you.
Excuse me, Republican. I would require your assistance with this since you were a part of this research vessel fleet.
The Republican nods slowly, turns to Shiny Peaks. I think she's talking to you. You're the Republican.
No, I think I was just talking to you.
I don't know. I didn't hear a thing she said. I can't understand her accent.
How do Republicans authorize themselves?
I mean, you could grab him. Like, you could physically grab him, grab his hand, and put his hand on the authorization panel, and it'll do it.
Sure, I gently do that so that the other hand doesn't smack me away or something.
The other hand won't smack you away because it knows that you're trying to do something and this guy's a jackass. So yeah, what was it? Shipper authorization codes or chain codes. That's the fucking word. So yes, the ship accepts his commander chain codes. It looks like he was 3rd ranking officer on the Ghost Hand, and unlocks the data drives literally in the terminal holding stabbed. Like the terminal rises up from the floor and there's a big fucking data box underneath it in a safe with data in it. Not Brent Spiner, like information drives.
All right, let's plug it in and see what's on it.
You'll have to decrypt it on your ship. It's cool information for after the adventure. It's loot. Okay. You got special loot.
Okay, neat.
Ba, 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 ba.
I like loot.
Looting. Dun, 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 dun. So, that voice will come over the radio. Hey, I was able to clear a channel. Are you guys safe?
Yes, we have cleared some zombies from the stellar cartography room.
That's an upsetting phrase, but great. You're right by the deadlight prism chamber.
What is the deadlight prism chamber?
Oh, I don't know. That's what it's called, though. As far as I can tell, some of the utility tools the crew were using to deal with... it's hard to read these logs, but I think the crew was dealing with a problem, and they were using the tools in the chamber to resolve it. That's the best I can make out. I don't read Old Republic.
I see. Thank you.
But I think if you can get into that chamber, it'll reset some of the security lockdowns. And past that, you could probably get to the security nexus from there.
That would be very useful. Yes, thank you for telling me that.
Yeah. Okay. If you can get into the deadlight chamber, you can probably then backtrack to the docking bay. And I think that's where the security nexus is.
Excellent. That will be very useful.
Yeah, all right. Well, I guess I'll hopefully see you all soon. And the call will end with your stranger.
Okay.
Has no one asked him his name yet?
No, you
so bad for that. We're so bad.
It's not Darth Maul when we get there.
It's not Darth Maul.
Calling it.
Okay.
We just had Darth Maul.
I've just been calling him Guy the whole time.
Yeah.
Darth Guy.
I've noticed.
Darth Plagueis the Wise.
You want to take the time to ask this person their fucking name?
Yes.
What's it? Give him a Jedi name.
Christ. Okay.
Calls him back. I'm so sorry. What's your name?
My name is Dash Rendar. I'm an enlisted man in the glorious Army of the Republic's Tech Corps. Or the Grand Army of the Republic, or whatever.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Dash Rendar. I am 411KM.
The
Statistics
famous droid?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's unusual. Okay.
And with me is Zevendray, the Jedi, Shining Peak, a Nelvan, and Sicarius is here somewhere.
You just hear scuttling in the vents.
Wait, did you say you had a Jedi with you?
We do.
Oh, cool. All right. I haven't seen a Jedi since I was on my ship. Neat. How much time has passed since the Clone Wars?
They're still ongoing.
Oh, that tracks. Cool. All right. Awesome. Well, that answers all my relevant questions then. I'm not even supposed to be in this war. I joined up for the medical corps because it was an easy gig.
Well, I am sorry you find yourself here so unexpectedly, but hopefully we can help you.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you. See you soon.
All right.
If you were to look up Dash Rendar, you would find that he was a technician aboard the Event Horizon.
Oh, interesting.
Didn't even ask what he was doing here, how he was trapped down here for so long. Y'all are like Steven Universe. I love it. You're like little babies in the world, not interrogating any part of it.
Just a random technician got stuck down here on this 10,000-year-old ship.
Just some Republic guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anakin and Obi-Wan didn't save him when they went through this place.
No.
We're gonna have a buddy for the tricameral man here.
There you go, another one. All right,
another Republican.
So, demanding Fox News.
Oh my god. So, I'm gonna start demanding Fox News. No, it'd be Lothcat News. It'd be Crossfire with fucking Cad Bane, retired bounty hunter. Cad Bane and Hondo Malari or Hondo Onaka on Crossfire, talking about Chancellor Palpatine.
Jesus Christ.
They're like, the Chancellor is clearly overreaching. This is unbelievable. And Hondo, a pirate's like, I've heard it both ways. That's fake news.
No.
Hondo is an old pirate grandpa. He's definitely susceptible to Fox News. Absolutely. That's his demographic. Fucking gonna retire that old man into the old folks' pirate home. So you take a funiculum, which, hey, bonus points to know what that is. I only learned it from Deus Ex. Down to a room that is clearly labeled Deadlight Prism Calibration Chamber. There's a lot of warning signs everywhere, like make sure you're in your suit, do not look directly into the aperture, be aware of repetitive thoughts. Another sign, be aware of repetitive thoughts. There's a bunch of safety warnings you go by. That's like signs of brain compromise of a compromised brain. And it's just a list of things, including coughing up shapes.
What? Well, that's terrifying.
Can't wait for you guys to start coughing up shapes.
Well, that's concerning.
All right, so the funiculum ends. It opens up into a airlock. The airlock cycles. I got a little beep on Discord. Did somebody need to tell me something? Yeah, it's like that, but it goes down, like cut through the walls. All right. So you guys get to the end, go through a dock. It opens. You are in the Deadlight Chamber. The Deadlight Chamber looks like a cylinder that has a what's the word I'm looking for? It's like an arched ceiling. Like it's not. It's not a flat top ceiling. The ceiling domes down, and the ceiling domes from it. The floor also has a dome, like a curve. Concave, and convex. I don't know how to say it. You're in a sphere with like a really big midsection is the best way I can get it across.
Okay.
I'm bad at describing shapes. Anyway, middle of this room, giant spooky spike pillar full of spikes that's giving off visible light pollution. Like looking at it is kind of blurry and gives lens flare, and everything's kind of muggy around it, like a foggy day. And the entire interior of the chamber is covered in satellite dishes and speakers that are reverberating and shaking, and you have a catwalk leading straight to it. It looks like there's like a whole console and vault built into the middle of the pillar.
Oh shit, we've hit the wub dimension.
Yeah, like there's audible background like thrumming happening.
Boom, boom, boom. So do we need anything from this room, or do we just pass through it?
What did he call this room again? The
Deadlight Prism Calibration Chamber.
Well, do we need to calibrate a deadlight prism?
I assume so.
Looks pretty calibrated to me.
Did I miss anything important? Suddenly zombies or anything?
I described the chamber you're in. It's a large dome that's kind of stretched out. It has a giant spire in the middle that's spiky and spooky. There's a catwalk leading to it because the platform is raised. The entire interior is lined with basically hexagonal plates that have satellite dish / like subwoofer speakers built into it that are making audible thrumming sounds constantly. The spire in the middle has a console / vault built into it.
Maybe we should plug in and see what it does.
Well, I guess we're approaching the spire.
All right.
That seems to be the only path forward.
Yep, spire is here. It's just, giving off a weird blurry light everywhere, and it's kind of, fudging up your vision a bit. Like it's leaving digital smears when you're moving your head too quickly. Like it's burning out the pixels in your eyes.
While they try to plug it in, I'll look closely to try to see if I can figure out the purpose of the room.
It's hard to tell. It looks like this room is made for focusing energy. Like it looks like it's supposed to be an amplifier.
Okay.
Who's plugging into the spire? Who's interacting with the spire?
I mean, we have one droid that has, the what they called it, a scomplink?
All right.
Fine, you have many droids that could have scomplinks.
Well, we can always use your sibling. That's a disposable person. Unless we want to fry up, K11 for him and whatever, and then, have a sibling just take out the mantle as the new heir.
The new wielder of the orb.
All right, sure, yeah, let's plug my sibling in.
All right, your sibling tells you that the console here is actually pretty simple. It looks like a lot of it's automated from supercomputers in other parts of the ship. This is merely confirming that A, the deadlight prism has been inserted, and B, it's in need of calibration. So it's more of a yes-no thing. Do you want us to calibrate the prism?
Should we calibrate the prism?
Definitely.
Should we press the giant red button?
I'm assuming it's going to make us deaf.
Shit, there's not a yes or no buttons for the Force to highlight for me here, is there?
I mean,
you're the Force.
Yeah, no.
The Force could point you towards a direction, like perhaps this is not a good idea, or nothing dangerous will happen.
The only way forward is by taking action, Zevin.
Well, it might clear up one of the obstacles that's blocking half the routes in the ship. And it's not like the place is already crawling with zombies, so...
All right.
What's the worst that can happen?
Oh,
cool.
Damn it! You had to say it, didn't you? You had to say it.
The Republican says, I got a bad feeling about this.
Now, this is pod racing.
Now, this is... Damn it, we were so close to saying, now this is pod racing, the pod racing episode. We were so close and we didn't.
That's Star Wars, baby.
We also didn't try that spinning. That's an E-trick. That's a wizard check.
Next time.
Okay. So, for the party except Peter, all of the octagons start flashing lights and spinning up because, those hexagonal wall mountings are actually on rings that are starting to spin. Like, the whole room is like a giant puzzle box, basically. That's a sphere. So it's starting to spin and solve itself and calibrate. That's why there's a catwalk and a raised platform for the middle. It's the only part that doesn't get fucked around with this. So things are going to start shaking, and I don't really have a threat for you guys just yet, but we're going to cut to Peter. Peter, do you remember Punished Ghost Hand, that other Nelvanian in battle armor with a piece of fucking metal sticking out of their head that was missing an arm and had a droid arm?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, cool. They're about to fight you because they're the boss battle. They're the mini-boss.
Do they just pop out of nowhere?
Oh, you guys don't see shit. So, the room has gone completely dark with the for Shining Peaks. With the hexagons giving off red light, the spire is thrumming audibly, and from behind it, out of your view, Shining Peaks, rising out of the ground like Psycho Mantis, is Punished Ghost Hand, the Dark Titan threat here. They are a threat to the world.
Oh, goody.
I'm going to open this up with a hard cut I've been saving up ever since Steph did a thing earlier that I didn't call out because it's a secret for later. And you are immediately going to take damage as you're hurled into one of the octagons. Or hexagons.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's a great up there. No, I take it.
Okay, what do you do? Now, for everyone else, here's what happened. The room started spinning, weird energy started going off, and you all started getting, like, you know, displaced. Like, you have to, you know, hold on, grab onto stuff, use web slinging. And then, Shining Peaks gets picked up and hurled into a wall. Shatters one of those hexagon dishes. Huh. Weird, right? Do you guys want to do anything about
that?
Stretch out a hand. Try and...
Oh, right,
Seven. Pull her back to the platform.
You're a Jedi. The area right now feels like it's just marinating in the dark side of the Force. Something happened. Something changed, and you can't see it.
Can I turn off the calibration?
Yes, and I'm asking her to do that, please.
Yes.
The calibration cannot be turned off once it starts because it's running through most of the ship's main systems and the hyperdrive. That would cause a feedback loop that would, et cetera, blow everything up.
Okay. No, I cannot turn it off. I apologize.
And I powered down my lightsaber after she explains the bit about it being routed through the hyperdrive.
That's what worry about.
Hypercrystal.
Let's not fuck around with the ghost box. The box full of ghosts, as all hyperdrives should be.
It's wickedly haunted.
Anyway, you're slammed up against the wall. You feel yourself you're being pulled by Zevin, who you can see down there, but like everything's murky and weird. Everything has that Nintendo Virtual Boy red ray tracing over it.
With a soothe and calming color.
Right.
Anyway, another bit of damage is being queued up against you. What are you up to?
I guess I'll have to overcome it. That's, just brace for impact. Maybe grab that, panel that was just slammed against and just, broke with my face. Just to use that as a improvised shield as I, try to block incoming harm.
Go for it.
Ooh, double ones. So that's a no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Perfect. Okay, so Shining Peaks, as you're pulling her back to you, turns around and grabs one of the panels like they're trying to resist you, Zevin, pulls off a chunk of metal and hurls it at the rest of you. Zevin, take a damage. Shining Peaks, take a damage. And pay a price for interacting with the threat to the world.
I'll cause collateral damage.
Oh, so a bunch of them start falling down. Everyone else take a damage who didn't already, as the room starts ripping itself apart.
Shining Peaks.
Oh,
because
boy.
This place is fucking up with space and gravity. You now have debris whirling around like a tornado. So, enjoy. So yeah, Shining Peaks does that to you guys while floating in the air, and then immediately throws themselves forward, overshooting you guys into the other end of the wall, smashing into another one of those spikes. All right. What's the group going to do? Because you now have a maelstrom starting up around you guys, and lightning's picking up from some of these hexagons from the subwoofer dishes.
I'm going to try and protect myself and KM.
Can we see what to target? We can't see what to target yet.
Yeah, it's Shining Peaks. She's gone fucking nuts and is trying to kill y'all.
I mean, not no.
Turns out being part of a force cult that talks about strength and power and a ghost hand consuming you all probably turns you dark side faster than the Jedi.
Or maybe she has the paranoia virus.
Yeah, maybe there's something wrong with her and she's a threat to y'all.
Anyway, maybe you got rabies.
All right, I will call out to Shining Peak. Please stop. We're not your enemy.
Shining Peak, on your end, Shining Peak, let me just cut you off there.
Yep,
on your end, you hear, why did you kill your family? You're a goddamn murderer.
Whoa!
Oh boy.
What is your response, Shining Peak?
401KM. Coming from
401KM, it's like, murderer, why'd you kill your family?
Oh, why are you bringing them into this?
Who?
Why are you... Okay, so Shiny Peak screams out, why are you bringing them into this? Anyway, you got another threat queued up. What do you want to do, Shiny Peak, before that starts to begin to resolve? You get to take an action now.
What if I use the little light in the lantern form to point things out, to point out the ghost hand? Just illuminate them where they are?
You could give that a try. So I'm going to say that is probably keep them busy.
Sure thing. That's a 12.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So in the middle of things, Shining Peaks puts out her hand and creates one of those lens flares at you all, highlighting an area of the room that's like it's highlighting away from her, and then it gets like super close, and that cut's coming down the pipe. You want to overcome that?
Sure thing. I'll overcome.
Okay.
That's also 12.
All right, perfect. You're able to you grab another panel behind you and hurl it in front of you, and it explodes before it gets to the rest of the group and just becomes more shrapnel in the storm. So that happened. What are you guys up to? Overcomes for everyone or getaways, because you're in the middle of a shrapnel storm now and lightning's picking up.
So I guess I also should pay 2 prices for acting against that threat to the world twice?
Yeah, you do.
So I guess I'll suffer a setback and erase one of my bonds and damage someone. How about Kim here? Some shrapnel just gets their way.
Thanks, Shining Peak.
Hey, at least I cleared the pay a price track. You're welcome.
It reset.
Fair.
It reset.
You're a real friend.
So I guess
this isn't even the rough battle.
Oh boy.
So could we see the silhouette of this thing that's going after Kim?
Nope, there's no silhouette.
Yeah,
I mean, there's not Kim, but fucking.
No, I know.
Shining Peak.
Shining Peak illuminated it, right?
There's no, yeah, but there's no silhouette of anything. There's just an illumination.
So
it's just like a glowing body?
No, just a glowing, general glowing haze. A glow haze.
Okay.
So also the question to carry: do you want to just murder me with your take out someone from ambush?
I can't murder you. You're.
I know the threat to the world. Does it say you cannot kill a player?
This move does not work. No, it just says it doesn't work against threats to the world.
All right, you want to ambush Shiny Peaks and take him out?
I mean,
clearly I'm the bad guy here.
But you've illuminated this thing, so I'm
illuminated.
Shiny Peak has illuminated nothing.
That's true. That's
nothing
true.
You
okay.
Can act on.
So what did the 12 do?
It illuminated. One, it allowed her to basically cut through the illusion briefly and show you that she can use light side force powers, because that's what that is. So hopefully that gives you enough telegraphing to know that she hasn't simply gone insane and is murdering you guys.
I'm using the evil light, guys. I'm clearly the evil force user here.
Yeah, they're able to push it away for a moment and give you guys force light.
Yeah, I don't.
But again, the move was to illuminate something. There is nothing to illuminate. I can't really give you anything.
Fair enough.
There's nothing.
No, that's fair.
I mean that for the move too. There's nothing there. Anyway, are you going to take out Shining Peaks with your murder powers? Please say yes.
I mean, do you want me to take out?
I mean, that would be amusing. So go for it.
Oh, okay. If you want me to do it,
restrain her. You've got lots of rope.
No, it specifically says I may kill them. I don't have choices in this matter.
Well, good thing PCs are immune from being killed. Unless there's an overload here or a general.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you just get taken out with all your stats damaged.
Yeah, Sicarius will pop out of a vent and just be like, "Shh, it's okay, Shiny Peak, it's okay. Calm down, and smother Shiny Peak until they fall unconscious.
Excellent. I will now use that cut that I got from, what was that you did, Pete? You made things more difficult or something for yourself?
Suffer the setback?
Damn it, but it's you doing it.
Well, that is definitely...
suffer. Oh, easy peasy. Shining Peak. The setback you have to suffer is as you're dealing with punished ghost hand kicking the shit out of you and your friends, they stumble and catch their breath like they're having a heart attack, leaving them completely open for you to absolutely destroy them. You just gotta leap off the wall and fucking haymaker them.
Okay, but
finish them.
I'm taken out, so I don't think I can act.
You're not taken out. No. Because I had to fucking read the cut rules, goddammit. So it hasn't happened yet.
Oh, okay.
So you have advantage on punished ghost hand. Just roll to finish them.
Sure, I'll roll with blood.
Excellent.
That's a 12 plus. Actually, it's a 14.
So Shining Peaks jumps off the wall, roaring like a demon, and punches Sicarius in the head as hard as she can, while Sicarius injects her with knockout venom. I know you said knockout, but it won't work this way. It won't work this way if you try to strangle them. It's too slow. And they take themselves out of the combat, damage all their stats.
Both of us? Or
yeah, you got taken out. You took out Ghost.
Okay.
You took her out. Anyway, you hit Punished Ghost Hand. Punished Ghost Hand hits the floor, revealing that the battle armor they're in is empty. The helmet spins on the ground and cracks open, revealing your face. And then you get stabbed with knockout poison and go out.
God.
Oof.
So your two friends slam onto the catwalk in front of you, and then there's a loud ding sound, and every light goes green, and all the debris just drops to the floor, and the spire starts opening up.
What in the name of the... Okay, what's in the spire? Is that going to be Darth Maul in there?
There is a series of, I don't know how to describe these. They're more like metal bands and like chains and like a gimbal, I guess. Like, you know how they described what held the Eye of Autochthon? That's sort of like the harness system for the sphere. It's sort of like that, and floating in the middle of it.
God damn it! It's the Event Horizon ball.
No. So the gimbal system, which is like, you know, it's man portable. Like, it's like you could fit it in your hands. It slides out on a rail, and it is removable. And inside, hooked up with wires, is a triangular red holocron.
Oh, no.
The holocron sputters. Starts losing power and light and basically falls out of the gimbal system and smashes on the ground like it was drained.
That's not good.
Now, 401km, I know a lot just happened, but I got to point out something fairly important to you. Man,
okay.
That harness system is like the perfect size for the orb. Like, the holocron is a small little triangle inside a big, giant, empty sphere harness, but the orb would fit in there almost snugly.
Do I calculate that this is a good idea or not?
Absolutely. The orb has never set you wrong.
All right, sure, why not?
And it turns out this whole spire has been your brother trying to get the orb.
He engineered the entire planet years ago.
10,000 years ago, he released a bunch of, like, Nova Scotian blue fur point hounds on the planet, and they evolved into the Nelvanians. And he's like, excellent, this will all turn out. This is all worth it.
The guy trapped down there in the zombie room is actually her brothers with a voice modulator.
Right.
Asking about the time of the Clone Wars because he had to time travel to get here.
Oh my god. He's such an old machine that he eventually rusted into being organic, and then he had to go back in time to get the orb back when he was alive. Because now that he's alive, he's worthy of it. He opens up his chest cavity to show his organs. Like, look at my beating organs. I'm more worthy than you. Falls over dead immediately.
You've got the touch. You've got the power.
So your two... So Sicarius and Shining Peaks are Yamcha cratered on the ground, but the orb fits in the harness real well and actually lights up multiple parts of it, and you just have it. The orb is in its harness. You've done it. You've completed the prism.
Okay. Now what?
Now just open up the holocron and all the Sith powers.
The holocron's broken on the ground and useless now. It's been rendered into scrap. Like, Holden could take it. It's probably worth something to someone who knows how to do Jedi stuff, I guess.
Hey, Tora, can you fix this?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, Rudewar is specifically the type of Jedi that works with holocrons. Just saying.
Yeah, I will actually put that in the satchel, but for later examination.
Right?
And then Rudewar leaves the holocron between his two Padawans and they start fighting.
Now, here's the point where I would normally begin applying first aid to knocked out dumbass friends, but irradiated Bacta, so I picked a real winner for destroy a fucking piece of gear.
That's amazing. You get
I don't.
How are you going to deal with this?
What we've just done.
In character or out of character?
Both.
Okay, out of character. This was a puzzle fight where I just threw a bunch of hallucinations at Peter's character, and Peter fought a bunch of hallucinations that was fucking with things. So there was no threat. There was no one they were fighting. It was themselves they were fighting. They were doing it to themselves. That's it. It's not much deeper than that. It was one of those caves on Yoda's home planet scenarios.
I hand Zevin one of the first aid kits that I have.
In character, you've got the key item. This item will unlock the locked doors somehow. Don't worry about it. It does it.
Okay, can I get my orb back? Or is it stuck there?
No, like the harness comes with. Your orb got an upgrade. Your orb has like a little equipment upgrade like Metroid on it now.
Oh, neat. Okay.
It does more things.
Ooh. All right.
So we should...
Yeah. Morph ball acquired.
So yeah, I think I'm going to start by doing some first aid to Sicarius.
Thanks.
Yeah, it looks like
he's currently down an arm and like probably severely concussed.
Yeah, not doing so hot.
He definitely has some cracked orbitals for sure. He got punched real hard, real angry like.
Sounds we should fill our bellies and I think we want to wrap the episode up soon.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap with you guys having a fill your belly moment where 401km, your entire mercenary company, Zevin and the Republican, you all sit down and start to have a meal and like nurse Sicarius and Shining Peaks back to life. Shining Peaks, what's your regen like?
Well, first of all, I have a healing light, so I can heal like 1 damage per scene. Plus, whenever I rolled a 7+ on any roll, I heal. So I'll eventually be better, but I just need to do some stuff, walk it off, exercise this, damage toxin out of my system.
Walk it off. All right, and Sicarius, do you have any way to Do you have any way to start fixing yourself up, or are you fucked?
Oh goodness, no, I'm dead.
Okay,
like,
so
I'm
you can
literally
heal...
dead, but like.
So you both can come up with 1 stat healed for the next session, obviously. But clearly, you guys sit down and have a quiet moment to chat. And I'll say that you two can be awake if you want. You can be knocked out if you want. You can role play with each other. But the 4 of you should probably have a moment to talk. In the prism room.
What just happened?
I am not entirely certain.
I was fighting the ghost hand.
There was no ghost hand.
I didn't say that, but I've seen it.
You sort of punch Sicarius' pedipalps nearly out the back of his head.
Oh my god! Well, why was he standing where the ghost hand was?
No, I was trying to stop you from killing everybody.
Yeah. Well, clearly there was some mistake here.
Yeah. Looking over his like fully bloody, bruised body.
One of your arms got snapped off.
Yeah. Like, yes, there clearly was a mistake here.
There was a ghost in here. What threw me against the wall?
If this was old Republic research vessel, there's an awful lot of Sith technology here.
Is that what that pyramid was?
Triangle? So.
I see.
Something that would have absolutely no business aboard an exploratory vessel.
No, it does not.
I mean, unless one of the Mandalorians just posits. I mean, what if they found it on that treasure barge? Because these ships were towing a treasure barge, right?
That's true. The one from the extra galaxy ship that was found.
So what does that mean?
And why would they be foolish enough to plug Sith technology into the core of their ship?
Humans often do foolish things just to see what happens.
Why would the treasure barge have, red triangles on it?
Why would what have red triangles?
Why would the treasure barge have the red triangles on it?
I love that the red triangles is the word now.
Because they go faster.
Upsetting questions. Absolutely upsetting questions all around. So, as you guys eat your meals and tend to your wounds around your firelight, I realized I made a mistake by ripping off Ian's arm because that was a problem Admiral Trench had to get cyber surgery for. But whatever. Don't fucking worry about it. I'm sure you can get a new one grown back.
Future or maybe me can just have a cyber arm.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There you go.
You just got mauled.
Yep.
You fucking lost an arm, dog. You fucking lost it.
I look more like my brother.
Yeah. Now you'll match your brother.
Yeah, help you make it even easier.
They'll take their vengeance on him even sooner. But yeah, you guys in the dimming light of your I guess chemical torches and your meals, and you're on this catwalk, just sort of talk amongst each other and pass away some time before you continue on with the rest of the Proteus. I will say, though, as we cut away in the dimming fire, quote-unquote, light, the orb didn't usually glow like a lot, but the gimbal system on it, like the harness system, is giving off like area light. Like you could use it almost like a flashlight or a lantern now.
Interesting.
Because it has
maybe I should put it.
It has little portholes and stuff on it that light will focus through now.
Maybe I should put it on a stick now.
It's still, of course, super carryable. You just added some stuff on top of it. It didn't double in size or anything, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
It's not a trick.
Okay.
But it has definitely been changed. Or perhaps it has been fixed.
All right. I fidget. If I fidget with it, does it do anything obvious, or is it just have some extra parts now?
Those little portals on it, you can twist and turn them, and it'll turn into a spotlight, like a lantern, like it's a flashlight. That orb light it gives off flashlights out now if you want it to in one direction.
Ooh.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Yes, the dead light prism has been. The dead light prism has been calibrated. That's going to be great if we get attacked
by Alan Wake ghosts.
All right.
Yeah, if you want, Steph, you can change the name of your orb to Deadlight Prism.
Ooh, neat. Okay.
Which is what it always was.
That's neat.
Fucking air thing where it's like, oh yeah, you get a symbol of your power that anyone will want to look at and stuff. And it's like, yeah, we're going to make this the most important thing in the entire game because it clearly is.
I mean, not now.
And with that, I think we're good to retire for the night. So, I was Devin.
I was Stephanie.
There.
Ian.
Holden.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.